Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing the Aoshida Audio E20. The E20 is an IM made by Aoshida Audio in collab with letshuoer. So I don't know if it's in collab with letshuoer or it's letshuoer is acting as an ODM and making IMs for Aoshida. There is also something called as RT, wherein it's a company from Worldjoy.com and it is made by letshuoer too. So I don't know what's happening over here, but I just want to mention that as you can see, it's over here. You can see that it's been made with by Shuoer Acoustics, that is letshuoer. So Aoshida Audio is an online retailer like hifigo.com, linsoul.com and Shenzhen Audio. I was really curious to know as to how these IMs were, because they seem to be open back, and they really are open back over here. Yeah, those red lines are open back design, and these cost only $49, and they were on sale for $44 or $43 during the Black Friday. So let's find out. But before I start the video, I just want to say a big thanks to Aoshida Audio for sending me this review unit. All the thoughts and opinions you're about to hear are my own. So let's talk about the build quality, comfort and accessories. They have a plastic shell and the faceplate is aluminium. Also they're open back. They have a copper cable which is terminated to 3.5mm. They are very lightweight, which makes them exceptionally comfortable to wear for long periods of time. I can wear them for 6 to 8 hours without any issues. Also the E20 comes with a fantastic case and is apparently made out of bulletproof fabric, and the shell case is manufactured by flocking process. I thought it was marketing gibberish, but whatever it is, they're really good case, and it is small and it is hard, and it's also really pocketable for daily use. I would say great job Aoshida for giving this case. I can say that the case itself is easily worth $15 to $20 in its own, and Aoshida should look selling it into separately. These are surprisingly very hard to drive. I would expect them to easy to drive at that budget price point, but no, these are very hard to drive. So these are surprisingly power hungry. So let's talk about the sound. These follow the 2019 Harman V2 target to the T, with sub bass being pulled down a little bit. They have a 10mm beryllium coated dynamic driver and a 8mm DLC diaphragm. There are two types of tips available in the box, as you can see over here. One is a wide bore and one is a narrow bore. I use the medium sized narrow bore as that gave me a bit more bass, because I wanted a bit more bass from this. I use the FIO BTR5, the Hibi FC6, the Muse Hi-Fi M4, the Hibi M300, my smartphone with headphone jack to test this out. This IM pairs very well with Hibi FC6. Something warmer gives it a really good tone, and also the overall body it lacks, it shines in the Hibi FC6. They have absolutely fantastic tone and timbre overall. These have zero driver flex and there is no pressure buildup. These are very comfortable to wear, as I said. So let's talk about the bass. Having 2 DD, you would expect that it to have a thump and a punchy bass. Well, that's not the case over here. The bass, although has adequate quantity, the sub bass lacks that last bit of punch and dynamicness. While listening to Waltz by Sunny, it is very apparent, but that lack of sub bass isn't bad at all, as overall IM sounds very clean when listening to it. The mid bass is and I cannot emphasize, is very clean. It just sounds right. Listening to Looking Up and Galactic Funk by Cassiopeia, the 1985 Ryogoku Kokogikan Live, the instruments, especially the bass, sounds really good. I'm surprised as to how good it sounds at this price point of an IM. All the instrument comes across very well for its price point. The mids, the male vocal sounds really good. The voice of Chris Cornell and Bill Withers comes across surprisingly well for an IM which cost under $50. The female vocals are usually like the Harman target. It could get a bit shouty for some, like Haku Yamasaki's Ano Yumini and Sakura and Hanawa Sakura by Iki Monogakari sound really good. But for some, it could get shouty and too much, especially at higher volumes. The overall vocals also sounds very clean. The treble is the star of the show in my opinion. It is done very well. It is very smooth, wherein you can enjoy most of it. Even treble sensitive folks, the treble is also very clean, very smooth. The treble extension is also really good for the price. No complaints over there. Technicalities for the price range, I would say these are really average, and I have no issues over here. When listening to Cassiopeia live, I could pick out the instruments separately, and it sounded very sterile. Nothing less, nothing more. Soundstage. Being open back, the soundstage as expected is very well. It is very wide, especially when listening to live music like the Cassiopeia 1985 album. It was really good. The imaging too is also really good for the price range. I could differentiate between the left and right, and the left and right transition was also really good. Gaming test. These perform really well while playing games. They are comfortable, so I can wear them for long periods of time. The really good soundstage and the imaging gives me really good sense of space, and I can gauge the footsteps and also the whereabouts of the gunshots when playing FPS. Now, while there is a lot happening, it does get a bit spicy on the top end, and if I'm playing at a high volumes, I might have to pull the IM out. So I just wanted to mention that. So recommendation. Do I recommend this E20? To be honest, in the sea of Harman tuned IM, it is nice to see a Harman tuned IM, but with a bit of a different flavor. Now, although the bass isn't to my liking and too many people's liking, but it is a very clean sounding IM overall. If you do not like bass and you want a clean sounding IM, I think so the Aoshida E20 is to go for it. Try to use the divinous ear tips with these so that the mid bass might come across well, and it goes very well with the sub bass of this IM. My entire review was also done in the stock tips, but I also tested on the divinous tips, because when I listened to them, they were really good. The bass, though present, falls short in terms of punchiness and dynamicness in some songs. But sorry for sounding a broken record. Even though the bass falls short, I do like it because it's very clean bass. The quality is very good for this price point. Now there is an IM which is similarly priced, and I'll be bringing review for that too. So keep an eye out for that. Which is, if you do not like this IM and you have $50, that is another one IM which you might like, because the sound signature is sort of opposite to that. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Yeah. So that $50 price point at the end of the year has been really good. So if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section below. I'm a new reviewer, and yeah, I would really appreciate if you could like my video, subscribe to my channel. 93% of you are not subscribed to my channel, so it would really mean a lot if you could subscribe. I would like to get to 500 subs if possible. That would be really nice. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.